live from the O'Hara Construction Studio in downtown Jackson. It's the Bart Hawley Show. I'm David Rice, inviting you to join Bart and his guests. From Western School District Superintendent Mike Smida. From the Dahlem Nature Center Executive Director Hannah Schauer with naturalist educator Carrie Benham. From the all-new XP 412 Gaming Center in Albion, Bill Dobbins and Gabriel Willis. From Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan and S'mores Day, Emma Lennox, Annalisa Courtwright, and Helena Courtwright. And from Jackson, Michigan, giving back, Brenda Hughes and Brittany Marcia. And now, here's Bart.
Well, thank you very much, David Rice, and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the show. A cloudy Monday. When's the last time we've had that? It's been a long time. Cloudy and wet. We've had periods of drizzle this morning. Right now, a cool 65 degrees, and we won't be getting too much warmer than that. We'll be struggling to get to the high 60s today. And with the clouds this afternoon and the fog, there's still a chance of showers. But it looks like things are finally clearing up. I did see a couple of rays of sunshine about a half hour ago. And tonight, cloudy, low 57, sunny on Tuesday. Our great Michigan summer weather returns. Tomorrow's high, 81 degrees. On Wednesday, sunny, 83. Thursday, sunny, 82. Friday, mostly sunny, slight chance of showers. And same for Saturday, sunny on Sunday, high of 76. Most of the week looking like most of last week. Today's weather brought to you by Kelly Express. There's a convenient location near you. We have 15 all throughout the area, including the newest at County Farm Road, where on a day like today, where you might not want to get out of the car, use their drive-through and enjoy great savings and barbecue chicken pizza this month. $17.99 at County Farm Road, South Street, Jefferson Road, the Galley and Napoleon, and in beautiful downtown Grass Lake. Thank you, Kelly Express. Kelly Express is also hiring friendly faces. They'll train you. They're looking for people with positive attitudes and friendly smiles to join their team of friendly people. Let's see how things look outside. At noon today, the Firekeepers Casino 400 NASCAR race was due to take off, and Teague did it?
I haven't heard.
Haven't heard. Well, of course, as you probably have heard, it was delayed yesterday due to rain and, but more so, darkness. They did the math and decided that it would be past sunset by the time the race concluded if they restarted. And despite a couple of rain delays, some laps got in yesterday and they're supposed to be running right now. So, are they? We'll find out. Were you at the? Oh, they're at lap 103. So at this point, anything that happens like rain or darkness,
past the halfway point,
it would be official race past the halfway point. Today is the 7th of August. It is Beach Party Day of all days. National Lighthouse Day, of which we have many in Michigan. National Sea Serpent Day, not so sure about those. Particularly Preposterous Packaging Day, and I know you've dealt with that. Have you ever tried to get a pair of scissors that you've purchased out of the wrapping, the clam shell shrinked wrapping? It can't be done. You need the scissors in the packaging to cut open. And the other particularly preposterous packaging is by the folks at Imodium. Have you ever tried to get an Imodium out of the?
very difficult
Yes.
when you need to, yeah.
believe me, diarrhea will pass by the time you get those little pills, and they're so small. As soon as you get them out, they fall and you lose them. It is Purple Heart Day, and it was on this day in 1782 that George Washington instituted the Purple Heart, then known as the Badge of Military Merit. It was decided, actually 200 years later, it was decided that the award would be given to those wounded or killed while serving in the United States Armed Forces as a result of enemy action. And this was mostly because of World War I, and August 7th annually observed as Purple Heart Day. It was on this day that in 1974 that French high wire artist Philippe Petit, he was 24, he walked 8 times across a high wire between the 2 towers of the World Trade Center. I can't believe it. It took him 45 minutes to go back and forth, 1,350 feet above the ground. No, thank you.
I'm wondering what he kept forgetting that he had to go back.
Yes, he left his sandwich on Tower 1. And on this day in 1955, the birth of Sony, originally called Tokyo Telecommunications Engineering. They began their very first product, Sony sold. Any idea, Teague?
No idea.
Transistor radios. And in 1929, New York Yankees slugger Babe Ruth tied the Major League Baseball record for hitting grand slams in consecutive games, and this was the second time he did it. And this time it was a 13-1 win over the Philadelphia A's. Now on to Today in the J. A pretty quiet day besides the MIS race happening. We have the Jackson County Fair opened this morning. All the judging and the livestock, all that been happening all morning. Today is Senior Citizen Day, 65 years and older, free. It's also Pay One Price Day. You buy the bracelet, you can go on all the rides for that one price. They've got all kinds of fun things to do all week long, something for everyone. Enhance your pure Michigan summer with a trip to the Jackson County Fair, a beautiful fair. It looks great. I stopped by yesterday. The grounds are awesome, all the new configuration. It's just unbelievable how beautiful our fair is. Tonight's grandstand show, micro wrestling. Teague, do you know anything about that?
Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. That's what we know, and tickets are available at the fair box office. And the Jackson County Fair reminds you that we've got tickets for the grandstand shows later in the week, and they're strongly recommending you buy only through jacksoncountyfair.net to be sure you are buying from a qualified seller. That's it. Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson. And I'll give you a heads up to tomorrow in the J. It's primary election day, and you might not have anything to vote for. But if you live in the city of Jackson, you've got to decide who you want on the November ballot. 3 candidates for mayor, and they are incumbent Daniel Mahoney, challengers Laura Dwyer-Schlechte and John Wilson. The top 2 vote getters in tomorrow's primary election move on to the general election in November. And in the Northwest School District, voters are being asked to approve a bond millage for equipment, expansion, remodeling, safety, technology, and much more. The school district is reminding people this is a 0 mil net increase over last year's levy. So yes vote will not increase taxes. And in Michigan Center, the Michigan Center School District is asking voters to approve a bond proposal where the district will borrow $6,300,000 to use for remodeling, equipping and re-equipping school buildings, improving air technology and air quality, acquiring and installing instructional technology, and purchasing buses, school buses. So City of Jackson, Northwest School District, and Michigan Center School District. If you live in one of those, vote tomorrow primary election day, and you can also, you can even vote today. Just go to the city clerk or your township clerk. If you're coming downtown today to vote, it might take you a little bit longer. Teague is suggesting you pack a lunch because 4 railroad crossings are closed all at once, just in time for Fair Week. They've got closures on Stewart Avenue, North Blackstone, North Jackson Street, and North Mechanic, all closed for 2 construction projects. As you know, North Jackson and North Mechanic have this railroad bridge project going on, so they've been closed for off and on for several months. The construction by the city on the railroad crossing at Stewart Avenue, that's been since May, and they're working on replacing a water main that runs under the tracks. And the other one they just shut down today was Blackstone Street. And I don't know what they're doing there because it seems like they were done, but they're not. But it's going to be nice when it's done, just a few more weeks. I think actually later in this month they're going to be lifting out the bridges, and they'll actually have to stop Amtrak trains for several days. And I think Amtrak will be taking people on buses to bypass Jackson. We have news from the Chamber of Commerce and Experience Jackson. They have selected a new leader, replacing Craig Hatch, who resigned to take a new position with William Deary's management company. This is Ryan Tarrant. Ryan named the president and CEO of both the Chamber and Experience Jackson. He'll be starting his new job on September 5th. This selection follows a national search where more than 200 people applied. Good news, Ryan Tarrant is actually from Michigan. Most recently, he served the Business Leaders for Michigan as Chief Operating Officer. He's got experience in running a chamber. He served as president and CEO of the Bay Area Chamber of Commerce. And he's worked in a number of other positions, district director for U.S. Representative Dave Camp and numerous federal campaigns. So congratulations to Ryan Tarrant, our new Chamber and Experience Jackson leader, starting September 5th. And the first opportunity the Chamber says that you will have to interact with him and meet with him will be at Jaxpo coming in October. Busy weekend with the start of the fair yesterday. A fairly new tradition to kick off the fair is the motorcycle motorcade that runs from the Holiday Inn Express to downtown Jackson, the Run to the Fair, where the community stands in support of 2,662 Michigan residents killed in action in Vietnam. This motorcade accompanies the traveling exhibit of the Michigan Vietnam Wall Memorial, and that is now housed in the American One Event Center, along with many other exhibits honoring veterans and showcasing our military. Make sure you stop by during Fair Week and check out the Vietnam Wall and all the other exhibits, one of the features of the Jackson County Fair. And as you walk into the Jackson County Fair and the American One Event Center, you will be walking by the latest Jackson County, Michigan Historical Society historical marker. Yesterday afternoon, that was dedicated by members of the organization, members of the County Parks Board and the County Parks Department, gathering as the newest marker unveiled. They unveiled 2 markers this past weekend, one at Michigan International Speedway honoring the 50-plus year history of MIS, and now at Keeley Park. Original portions of the Jackson County Fairgrounds were purchased by the Jackson County Agricultural Society in 1856. That's how far this park goes. The first resident physician owned this land. The whole story of James Keeley and the history of the fair on this historical marker. He was a businessman, and he worked to make improvements to the fairgrounds. In 1909, it was named Keeley Park, but the name kind of just went away for a long time as it became the Jackson County Fairgrounds. In recent years, the county has increased efforts to further cement the name in our memory and honor Mr. Keeley. Thanks to the Society for another historical marker. Saturday, it was the third annual Jackson Interfaith Shelter Block Party, primarily on Blackstone Street. And what beautiful weather we had for, most of the weekend, all week through Saturday. Members of the community, the neighborhood, turning out for this block party where there were all kinds of fun things to see and do and eat. Hot dogs were the entree. Jackson Police Department, board members from the Interfaith Shelter, community partners all in attendance, and Mr. Bubble was there, a very popular attraction on a hot summer day, the bubble machine. And people get to take tours of the Interfaith Shelter. They made some improvements both inside and outside, and you're welcome to check it out anytime yourself. Music and dancing in the streets Saturday, thanks to the Jackson Interfaith Shelter. Saturday morning, the Run Clark Lake, the ORS running series in Clark Lake, where some 900 people participated. There's Melissa Burgett, who runs the running series. We had a variety of races. Is that right? 900 people a part of this? A long tradition going back nearly 50 years. I think this is year 48, I believe. I'll have to look it up. But it's been a long-time tradition, and one of the many big things happening throughout the weekend at Clark Lake, fireworks on Saturday night, and on Sunday we had the Raftorama. Also on Saturday, the Pedal and Wine Bike Tour, presented by the Cascades Cycling Club, 10th annual. This event has grown throughout the years, attracting enthusiasts from all over Michigan and even Indiana and Ohio and Ontario, having a chance to ride one of 6 routes ranging in distance from a handful of miles all the way up to past 60 miles. It was a beautiful day. Mike Wazeski of the cycling club serving as one of the SAG support riders. Everyone enjoyed a wonderful lunch of chicken salad wraps and sides and fresh baked cookies. Those 2 folks are riding a foldable bicycle built for 2. So thanks to Sandhill Crane Vineyards and the Cascade Cycling Club for putting on another wonderful event. It was actually a perfect record of perfect weather for all 10 years for this event. Next up at Sandhill Crane Vineyards, running through the vines. We've got a great show today being brought to you by Ace Roofing. Call Ace Roofing for new installations or re-roofing or repairs, both residential and commercial in the Jackson area. Owner Bill Powell and his team are knowledgeable, informative, and give exceptional customer service. Great group of people. 517-782-8601. Well, today we have a great lineup of guests. Superintendent of Western Schools, Mike Smida, getting ready for back to school. Yes, Mike, summer is coming to an end. From Dahlem, Hannah Schauer and Carrie Benham, Hannah, the new CEO at Dahlem. From Albion and their new gaming parlor in downtown Albion, a really cool spot. You'll want to check it out on one of the happening city blocks in downtown Albion next to Albion Malibu. It's called XP 412 Gaming, and 412 is their address on Superior Street. We have owner Bill Dobbins and gaming consultant with eSport Foundry, Gabriel Willis. We'll hear all about that. We've got some Girl Scouts coming in, working on their National S'mores Day. Emma Lennox, Annalisa Courtwright, and Helena Courtwright. And from Jackson, Michigan, Giving Back, getting ready for their annual Back to School Bash, Brittany Marcia and Brenda Hughes. All here today on JTV. Great to have you with us. And we will get started after these words.